The Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator is Marty Mornhinweg, but when you watch their run game, you see strong shades of former Bills offensive coordinator Greg Roman. The Ravens use an array of run concepts, but none are executed better than their trap game. Most fans recognize the inside trap, seen here by Richie Incognito. It's a short pull and trap of usually the first defender outside of the guard. This play is meant to take advantage of an aggressive under tackle by leaving him unblocked and using the element of surprise and angles to block him effectively. The Bills are used to seeing teams run traps because of how quick and disruptive Kyle Williams can be, so teams use his aggressiveness against him and have had a bunch of success. He is consistently one of the fastest guys off the snap, and it sometimes can cause him to be out of control, which opens lanes for running backs. These kind of runs can gash the middle of the defense. It allows the interior offensive lineman the ability to use angles to block the two defensive tackles and the middle linebacker. Another variation of the trap play is known as a wham concept, shown here by the Patriots. The Patriots motion their tight end across the formation to wham the defensive tackle, and they use their right guard to trap the weak side defensive tackle. So it's a trap block, but it's executed by a fullback, a tight end, or a wide receiver, not an offensive lineman. You'll see wham concepts used a lot when defenses align in the G front. So instead of having a shade defensive tackle and a 3 technique defensive tackle, the defensive tackles will be in a 2-eye and a 3 technique. This is an alignment to help defend runs to the weak and strong side in either direction. Here the Browns wham talented defensive tackle Geno Atkins with their tight end and trap with their right guard. The blocking combination walls off the defensive tackles and the Mike linebacker and opens a huge hole. Against the Dolphins last year, a team with big defensive tackles and probably the most aggressive defensive tackle in Sue, the Ravens use a tackle overlook and wham concept to get their running back into the secondary. On the snap, the tight end will wham block the defensive tackle, the right guard traps the 2-eye defensive tackle, and the left guard traps the weak side defensive end. Trap runs are the most beautiful play when executed properly. The Ravens will run this wham concept using extra linemen, tackle overlooks, a receiver and a tight end in a tight alignment, but mainly from 2 tight end sets. So anytime the 2 tight ends are aligned to the same side, the defensive tackles must be cognizant of a trap run and not attack too far upfield. Here's generally how you combat these types of runs. First is recognition. If a defensive tackle is left unblocked, it's for a reason. Once recognized, the defensive tackle has to stop attacking upfield, put his shoulder into the player trying to kick him out, and anchor. The more ground given up, the bigger the alley for the running back. On these inside trap runs, once recognized, the defensive tackle needs to squeeze right off the butt of the guard to help keep the Mike linebacker clean, but also to tighten the lane looking to be created by the kick-out block from the backside guard. Defensive tackle Star Latulele senses the trap coming, so he bends inside to meet the blocker, sheds the block, and makes the tackle. Here's Kyle Williams defending the inside trap perfectly. As the ball is snapped, he senses the guard blocking down and heading to the second level, so he stays tight to the hip and it forces the guard to swim before climbing. That puts the guard on a bad angle to the linebacker. Williams takes a good angle to the ball and drops his shoulder into the lineman. The angle and force make the running back have to make a decision much sooner than expected. He hesitates and the defense rallies to the ball. The recognition of trap runs by the defensive tackles is the biggest determining factor in how effective the play will be. If they get caught too far upfield, massive lanes will open up and the defense can be gashed. But if recognized quickly, the defense can help minimize the damage and take away one of the most effective runs in the game.